My name is Lindsay Blackett. I'm the former Minister of Culture and Community Spirit for the Government of Alberta. After university, I got a temporary job in the Prime Minister's office in the Communications Department, and I was supposed to be there for just a couple of weeks. All of a sudden, I ended up being there for 2 years. I became a campaign manager, then I became a youth riding president, both the federal and provincial level, and I got hooked. Luckily, because I was one of the few people of color that were involved in politics in those days, and I could see what a tremendous difference you could make by being involved in the political process. Everybody's fairly competitive, and people don't really care, especially in the PC Party of Canada at the time. They didn't care what color I was. They just cared if I was competent or not. There wasn't really a problem compared to what I might have dealt with in regular day-to-day life. When I first took the position and the Premier called me up and said, "You're going to be in my cabinet as Minister of Culture and Community Spirit," there hadn't been a dedicated Minister of Culture for 23 years, so I kept on asking him, "So what do you want?" And he says, "What we need to do for Alberta is we need to put us back on the map." And I just took that as promote, promote, promote. And it was just a conversation one day among some of my staff, and they said an idea for Alberta Art Day. It just grew from there, and the absolute belief that if you give people a stage and you give people an opportunity, they will run with it. We were there to help provide communications and guidance and promote it and let the people of Alberta and beyond know what we had in terms of our cultural awareness and our cultural abilities, from arts, whether it's performing arts, visual arts, literary arts, our heritage, all those things that we could encapsulate in one series of 3 days. And it worked. The federal government were trying to launch Canada Cultural Days. They were having a hard time. And we lent our voice to that, and we became a driving force. I'm already the first person of color that became an Alberta cabinet minister. So I'd already broken a barrier, so you might as well go for it. And you only get a chance in life to make an impression, and we just had that critical point in history that we were allowed to move forward, and the province was ready for us to step forward. I remember just saying to my staff, we have to do this, because if we don't do it, nobody else will. Whoever follows us, we don't know if they're going to be supportive or not, but we've got to make our stand now, and we've got to create these Alberta Cultural Days, and we've got to create such a momentum that it will continue no matter who is our replacement. My passion later on when I became a father was kids and fighting for their future, for the next generation, because they don't have a voice and somebody has to speak out for them on their behalf. And I just look at my own kids, and I want to make sure that they're striving to be the best that they can be. Keep on telling the young people that you can do it. Just because you are 9 years old or 10 years old or 11 years old, you're smart, you're capable, and in today's world, you collectively have a lot to say. They don't necessarily look at convention, and they just see what they see, not what they're told. We're a multicultural society. We need to tell our stories in its entirety, and awards like the Obsidian Awards allow us to tell our story and recognize those great people of color that have been successful in a variety of different areas. People need to be recognized. People like to be recognized. For the individual people who are even nominated, it's very important to them to know that somebody's appreciative of what they're doing, somebody's recognizing the amount of effort and time that they've put into what they're doing. I know it's important, it validates the effort and time that you've put in. Don't strive for mediocrity. Inspire excellence, strive for excellence. There's something else, some next great project, some next great thing that I can do that's going to help some 12-year-old or some 11-year-old or 9-year-old be inspired to be great at whatever they want to do, whatever that is.